Welcome to today's video. We're going to be watching some true crime, and a lot of these come from my Discord. Some don't, most do. If you don't know already, you can go to my Discord and go to the React Suggestions channel and add some videos that you might think would be fun to watch together. And we would love to see you in the Discord channel. We have a nice little community of people, I think. There's a few, like 4 or 5 people here. If you're watching on YouTube, that means you missed the Twitch stream, but I stream almost every single day, even if it's not true crime, so I'd love to have you here. I'd like to think I put on a good show. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel you're watching on, because it's good to know that people like this stuff I'm doing. I'm going to have to edit this intro because I'm terrible at my job. That's okay. It's time for the intro. Next video, we're going to watch a video called Killer Wife Has No Idea. Cops Know Her Dirty Secret by Beyond Evil. Very cool. You like their videos. I don't know if we've watched one of theirs in a while.
It's 7:26 p.m., a couple of hours before dark on Wednesday, June the 23rd, 2021, when deputies from a local sheriff's office were dispatched to a 911 call reporting an accidental shooting. They arrive at 3410 Tommy Lee Cook Road, just outside of Newman, the county seat. It's a nice place, set back and shielded from the road by a dense wooded area. The nice home features a detached multi-bay garage and workshop, as well as a large swimming pool.
Very cool.
It is a private sanctuary for a successful couple in their late 40s and early 50s. But on this night, something has broken loose, and deputies are walking in on a scene that doesn't make sense right off the bat.
I didn't either. Something about gun went off. Sheriff's office!
Sheriff's office!
We're here.
Bedroom. We're in the master bedroom.
All right.
Okay, the officer's here.
18291, I need EMS 1018.
Oh, God. Please tell him to hurry. He needs a chest tube.
Negative.
A chest tube.
Left lung.
Inside the home, they find Cheryl and Luke Coe, and they are in a desperate
Cheryl, what are we
strait.
talking about, Cheryl?
Luke is naked on the floor, while Cheryl, his wife, is holding a towel to a bullet wound in the man's side. As deputies move in to lend assistance, EMTs and an ambulance arrive moments later.
The bullet's lodged in his lung.
Don't worry, guys. I've got it. I'll handle it. Don't worry, EMS. I'm on the case.
He's having a hard time breathing already.
Tell me your ears.
She's backseating the ambulance.
Huh? 9mm. It's over there.
I ain't worried about it. I just want to know what size hole.
Yep.
All right, ma'am. This way, ma'am.
Bro, is this going to be like,
Luke is in bad shape, and he has lost a lot of blood. The 9mm bullet has pierced his left lung and lodged into his chest, dumping all of its energy into his body cavity, causing what?
Dumping all of its energy into a body. Is this ChatGPT? Be honest. Be honest. Who the fuck writes like this?
What would prove to be a fatal injury. Luke would struggle to sit up a couple of times in a desperate attempt to catch his breath.
Our animations are made by humans. Well,
before his lifeblood would pour out on the floor of the home's master bedroom.
He would die without
ever leaving that room. Outside the bedroom, his wife would try to explain to the law enforcement officers what had happened.
We're going to go in here and sit down, okay?
The dialogue is very smelly.
Go in here and sit down, okay?
Maybe I'm just like tin-foiled hat at this point. I don't know.
Just have a seat right here for me. Have a seat. He's in good hands, man. All right, ma'am, can you tell me what happened?
He was out in the shop. He'd been in the shop since I got home.
Okay.
I had 4
Naked?
5 angry porch and sitting out on the back porch by myself.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I went to bed. I took my medicine before I went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
He came in yelling, and I grabbed the gun off from the nightstand and started shooting because I was scared.
You were scared of him?
And no, I didn't know who it was.
Okay.
I
But
didn't
he
know
was-
who would come in. I just need somebody to come in the house yelling.
Come
We
in the
leave
house,
our doors open.
Well, that's probably not smart. Also, how did he get naked?
Oh my God.
Come on, we're gonna walk right out of here, okay? Come on. We're gonna walk right out of here. All right. This seat right here, okay? You want to have a seat right there.
The deputies take Cheryl outside and away from the bedroom.
How did we get
Once at the
naked? I
driveway,
mean, maybe she like
collapses
took
and
them
sits
out,
down,
took the
braced
clothes off
up
to try
against
to
the wheel
like.
of her husband's truck in the driveway.
What's going on? What's he?
No clue, ma'am.
God, please. Oh, God, please help me. He's telling me no what's going on.
Ma'am, your guess is as good as mine.
Please. I'm just like, what?
Ma'am, look at me.
I like
I've been
this
out
guy's
here with you
voice.
this whole time, right? Okay, so let them do their job.
He's my whole world.
Say it again.
I say he's my whole world. Why are they all out here?
I'm here with you. Hold on. Hey.
Come in with me.
No, we can't go in. We can't go in.
Why the hell
We
are
cannot
you?
go in. We can't go in, okay?
Oh, God, please.
Why don't you just have a seat over here?
Please.
Just have a seat.
Oh, please. Why are they all out here?
No. No.
What?
No.
Why
Nope.
are they all out
Nope.
here?
Nope.
Where is
You want a
he?
chair?
No, I just want to know what's going on with my husband.
I think you already know what's going on.
No, I don't.
There's an admission that alcohol might have fueled the incident, perhaps coupled with medication she'd been taking. Could she have mistaken her husband for an intruder? It's still daylight on this June evening, and officers on the scene would include in their reports that even though the bedroom did have blackout curtains for the windows, those curtains hadn't been drawn and the room was well lit with natural light and from the television that was on but muted in the room. And why was Luke naked? There
That's
were more
what I'm
questions
saying.
than answers at this point, and what they had wasn't adding up.
So she had about 5 or 6 beers sitting on the back porch. He was out in the shop. She had taken her medicine and laid down.
Ciders, but who
He
cares?
came in yelling about something, and she scared her, so she grabbed the gun and shot. But that doesn't explain why he's nude, and it doesn't explain anything. It makes no sense to me.
Back with Cheryl in the driveway, the faces of the officers tell an awful lot about what they're thinking.
This guy's not buying it at all.
Why did he come out here yet?
That was a stink eye, bro.
It's
If you don't sit down, we're going to have to sit you in a car since you're not listening, okay? We don't want to do that, so you need to chill out here, okay?
The deputies eventually bring Cheryl up to the front porch of the
Bro
house
is
so she
not
can have a
buying
seat
it.
and they can speak with her more directly. Detective Shauna Wade from the sheriff's office and Deputy Coroner Gary Stalling try to get her to recount what happened on this day leading up to the shooting.
My name's Gary, okay? I'm with the coroner's office, okay? And this is Shauna. She's with the sheriff's office. Listen to me, hon. You need to listen to me. Sit up. We know what's going on already, okay? So, okay, tell me what happened this evening. Just start with where were you
And we're not
before you saw
telling.
him?
I came home from work.
Bro, she looks fully nude right here.
He was out in the shop. His son was here. They were out working on
She's
his
got clothes on, I
shed,
promise. Don't ban me.
And then what happened?
He and I have not really talked since yesterday.
Were y'all fighting?
We had a disagreement.
Okay.
He came home while I was on the porch yesterday, took his bike and loaded off and went away. And he didn't come home till sometime after midnight. I don't know when.
Last night?
And I had my gun on the nightstand because I was here by myself. Both the kids have moved out, and I'm here by myself. And I don't even know if we have a key to these doors. He doesn't believe in locking doors.
It might seem strange to leave your home unlocked and not
I've
know if
heard
there were
people
even
doing
keys to
it.
the place. But that wouldn't be the only thing left open in the Coe's relationship that could lead to problems.
And
You don't keep this door locked at all?
no, not at
Pardon?
all. He said he doesn't believe in it, so I don't even know where the keys are. I don't even know if we have a key to the
Okay.
house. So we were going to talk tonight.
What-
But he
tell me,
stayed out in the
What were y'all
shop.
disagreeing about?
There is a secret that the two have been keeping. Cheryl pauses for a moment, internally weighing whether to come forward with it or to continue to plow on with her story of what happened.
Yeah, that's
while
a
leaving
that's
out
a
the
look and a
reason
half
why.
for sure.
It might seem strange to leave your home unlocked and not know if there were even keys to
Is
the
this an
place.
ad?
But that wouldn't be the only thing left open in the Coe's relationship that could lead to problems.
And
You don't keep this door locked at all?
no, not at all. He said he doesn't believe in it, so I don't even know where the keys are. I don't even know if we have a key to the
Okay.
house. So we were going to talk tonight.
What-
But he
tell me,
stayed out in the
What were y'all
shop.
disagreeing about?
We were disagreeing about something yesterday that had occurred, that has occurred before.
What? With somebody else? Somebody else involved?
Not particularly.
That's very not a no. That's very much not no.
So we hadn't talked.
Sounds like
We
a
hadn't
yes to
talked.
me. I can't lie.
Like this morning when I left for work, we didn't talk all day. And he sent me a text at 3 o'clock and told me he was ready to talk. And I told him I wasn't sure if I was. And that I'd be home when I got home. And maybe we could talk then. He stayed out in the shop when I got home. I came in. I drank several Angry Orchards
What time did you come in?
at about 5:30.
Okay.
I didn't see
I
him.
got you.
I didn't see him when I got home.
Okay.
I heard him and the music playing out there.
I got you.
And his son was here. And his son came in and came to the garage and asked me to put the wild turkey back in the freezer because he had asked for a shot and couldn't find the glass. So I put the
Wild
turkey
turkey's
back in
a
the freezer.
alcohol,
I
by the
put
way.
groceries up.
If people aren't aware, it's a whiskey.
I went out and I got an Angry Orchard and I sat on the back porch. I always sit on the back porch every day and have a few beers. I have a few Captain Morgan's and Dr. Pepper or Angry Orchard is what I had tonight.
Neither of those are beers, but that's fine. It's irrelevant.
I had those. He was still out in the shop. I decided I needed to go to bed because I have to open tomorrow. And I went in and I took my medicine. He was still out here.
Few beers every day. You'd be surprised how many
I fell
people
asleep. And then
do
I
that.
heard somebody come in the door yelling, and I just reached over on my nightstand and grabbed my gun because that was the only thing I needed to do.
So you grabbed your gun and then what?
I shot twice. And I figured out it was him after I shot him, and he told me I had shot him.
you would also be surprised how many people default to shooting their gun in a situation. You would be shocked how many people would actually unironically do this. And it's all the more reason there needs to be more regulation and safety ensued with guns in general. It is actually wild how many people are like, yeah, I get that. Leave the gun out in the open and shoot the second you wake up and you're worried. Don't assess anything. Just bang. It's...
See him?
The bedroom door was, no, the bedroom door was closed. I have blackout curtains on the windows. No. No.
Is the TV still on?
I have a feeling he's naked because he was bringing somebody else to the room. Maybe. I have no idea. The way that the narrator said, like, talked about the word open and how their relationship's not, that wasn't the only thing, makes me feel like they, like, had some sort of dispute over having an open relationship, and he, like, showed up with somebody and she got mad. I don't know.
The TV was still on, but I couldn't, all the doors were closed.
Was there anybody else here?
No.
At that time, are you sure there was nobody else
No.
here besides the two?
Where was
It
your
was just
son?
the two of us. His son had left a while back. I heard his truck leave, but I was still out on the back porch, and he was still up in the shop.
The investigators have to let her get her story out. It's becoming obvious there's something she's holding back, but until they let her get the rest of the story out of the way, they can't really dig any deeper, especially without being in a situation where she has been apprised of her rights. There's also the possibility that one of the other officers already knows what the secret is. Word travels fast in a small community, and sometimes what appears to be just tawdry gossip turns out to have a kernel of truth. They lead her back to the confrontation. Unlike Cheryl, most of our secrets don't end up in murder, thankfully. All of us, however, have parts of our lives.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, when y'all were having a disagreement, did it get physical?
No, it was all by text message. We never even saw each other.
Did you say anything back to him?
After he said that I shot him?
No, when he was yelling.
No, I just grabbed the gun because all I heard was yelling, and I was in a daze. I was already asleep.
Inside, crews worked to secure the scene, and Luke was pronounced officially dead by the Coweta fire chief who had responded to the 911 call. A 9mm pistol was found in the room and was secured for forensic testing. The scene within the bedroom, as described by the investigating officers, had a few other items of interest. As noted before, even though there were blackout curtains, they had not been drawn. The initial 911 call had been made at 7:26 p.m. Records show that sunset that night wasn't until 8:53 p.m., and full twilight and darkness would not hit the home until 9:22. Cheryl had claimed to have gone to bed at 7:15 p.m.,
What is this?
only 11 minutes before calling 911. Could she have fallen asleep in such a short period of time and entered a deep sleep so deep that she didn't recognize her husband in what would basically be near full daylight
What is this footage?
in the room? And wouldn't she have been awakened very quickly upon hearing Luke shouting at her as she claimed? Deputies also noted that on the bed were 2 sex toys, a bottle of personal lubricant, and the bed and floor were saturated with what appeared to be water. Just what had been going on in there? After giving her some time to gather herself, the investigators come back to speak with her on the porch as
Is this
darkness
going to be like
has
a
now
gun
fallen.
kink thing?
What specifically were y'all like arguing about? Was it another female? Was he talking about maybe divorce? Are you talking about divorce? Or did any of that stuff come up?
No.
Okay. Nothing like that.
Can these gentlemen step away?
Yeah.
We live an alternative lifestyle where we're with other couples,
Oh my.
other individuals. He suggested that we go into an open marriage.
And the wrinkle that changes the whole story emerges.
So the argument was over one of y'all want to do that, one of you not, or the people that you're with, or what?
No, Monday
I thought the
decided
gentlemen
that
were supposed to
since
step
we went
away.
into an open marriage, not the lifestyle.
Wait, hold on.
Monday, I decided that since we went into an open marriage, not the lifestyle, but an open marriage,
What's the
where
difference? What?
he would see other people.
What's the difference? What?
Monday we got into an argument about it, and I said, let's just don't do this anymore. Ever since we started the open marriage, it's been an issue. A misunderstanding, because I thought he was, because of where I work and because of what I do, I try to keep everything extremely private. And he has misspoken numerous times about the life that we live to people that he doesn't need to talk to about it. He tells people that we're in an, or that he's in an open lifestyle, and then he tries to introduce me to the people. So it's like, it's obvious that I am too, and I don't want that out there. I told him we needed to talk, and I accused him of stepping over that boundary again, and he got very upset with me. I asked him to send me a snapshot of the conversation. He wouldn't do it. I should have to trust him. And he's working his way back from that trust.
There are some important distinctions between being swingers and having an open marriage.
Yes.
Swingers have relations with other individuals or couples or even in groups, but they generally do so as a couple themselves. An open marriage, however, while not ruling out swinging as a couple, generally means that the two people involved can seek out and have relations with partners on their own, of their own choosing. In some cases, there's an agreement between the couple that they must get approval from their partner, their spouse, beforehand. Sometimes it's much more open. That being somewhat explained, Cheryl would later tell investigators that she and Luke had met 6 years earlier at a swingers event and struck up a relationship. 2 years later, they would marry and continue being a part of the lifestyle, even hosting pool parties and swinger events at their home. What could have flipped the switch from adventurous, loving couple still relatively new in their marriage to this moment in time that could never be taken back? Was it jealousy, anger, or just an accident, as Cheryl had claimed? Was it just a matter of alcohol and medicine clouding her judgment? They seemed to have it all, including the freedom to get more if they wanted it. What had happened? The front porch of the home was not the place to get better answers, and Cheryl was brought to the Coweta County Sheriff's Office in Noonan, Georgia for further questioning. They picked back up at the moment of the conflict.
He wasn't really, he just slammed the door.
Bro, somebody move that water bottle. What the hell?
And then the bedroom door slammed.
This thing's in my fucking face.
Okay. So you're saying that he didn't make a sound, didn't say anything, the door just slung open, and at that point,
that's all at that point I reached for the gun.
The police weren't like, maybe we should move that since it's in the camera.
2 shots.
I'm obviously not a good aim because I fired once and it hit the ceiling or somewhere. I couldn't even see where it even hit.
Okay. And then the second shot is when?
And I fired the second shot to what I thought was the right of whoever, I thought I'd be hitting the TV more than anything else because I wasn't trying to.
So is the dirty secret just that they were swingers?
Get attention out there.
Or did she purposely do this shit or what?
So that he could come in and take care of it because I'm not that good of a shot. And I didn't even until he said, "Cheryl, you shot me."
Outside sources would later tell investigators that it wasn't unusual to hear gunfire at the Coe property, as they often practiced with firearms. Cheryl herself would later state that Luke had taught her to shoot.
Like when you said he would say things he shouldn't. Like he would say...
Well, that's if we were out somewhere. He had no problem telling anybody, a total stranger, that we were in an open marriage. And, this is the town that I grew up in. We grew up completely differently. He didn't care what anybody thought about him. I did. And so I was more private about it than he was.
So she just wanted it to be a secret? Like that's the whole secret? Not that she did it on purpose? Or
because he talked to anybody about it after he'd had a few extra shots.
What I'm trying to understand is you describe someone opening the door, and when you first spoke to Detective Wade, sort of flung the door open and was yelling. And so you got that beautiful home with all those windows, and it's still light outside. And so even if you had blackout curtains in your bedroom, the light.
What's with this like Dark Souls ass music in the background?
From all of those windows would have shown through your bedroom window. So then that, coupled with the television being there, a person would recognize their husband of 4 years and the partner of 6, especially if they're speaking, yelling, angry. And earlier you said you fired these 2 shots at this figure, hoping that he would hear you, and come help you in the home. But you also described, yes, ma'am, but you said that you fired these shots so that he could hear you out in the shop where he was playing music so loud. And you just described going into the bedroom to a place where you didn't hear the music anymore. And so I'm having trouble making sense of how both you say you couldn't recognize even the silhouette of your husband through the door when all this light is shining through, and who is speaking to you, yelling at you, and then you would fire 2 shots.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I can hear my wife yelling my name from pretty far out through the house. And I'm pretty sure if she yelled my name, I know it was her or not. I'm not everybody, but like, as a person who's been married for 4 years as well, flex. I've picked up on how she sounds pretty well. Ciao.
In a room where you say you couldn't hear the music from the shop, why would he be able to hear gunshots from inside that room? So help me understand that.
Well, I mean, we've had people be able to hear gunshots down the road when we were practicing. So, I mean, I really, honestly, I was not.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
I wasn't thinking it through.
Guns are
Now
pretty fucking loud.
circle
I can't
back
lie.
to the
So,
very
I mean,
compact
I don't really know
time
what
frame
he's
that her
getting at.
story
I
settles
can't.
into. Could everything have happened so fast?
Then let me ask you this, because you said you went to bed at 7:15, correct?
Uh-oh. The music's getting...
Sometime
The
around that.
fucking
Okay.
music is
And
killing
you
me.
called 911 at 7:26, correct?
Boom.
That's what the call screen says, that you called 911. Okay? So that means that you were asleep for approximately 11 minutes. If you fell asleep immediately. So 7:15 to 7:26, that's 11 minutes for someone to fall asleep so hardly that they don't know what's going on, or
She is,
the
like,
doors,
this girl is
slung
lost,
open,
bro.
and the first thing that you do is reach for your gun and fire off 2 rounds.
She's like,
So
what?
I had had too much to drink.
Okay. So when I talked to you previously, you stated that somebody slung that door open and they were shouting and screaming. And remember, I asked you, you didn't recognize if it was your husband's voice or not. And what did you say? Do you remember what you said to me?
At this point, no, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah,
you had
me
said that you
neither.
were
I
2
can't
days,
lie. Me neither.
and didn't really know who was screaming and yelling or what they were saying. So now you're telling us that somebody slung open the door and didn't say anything until you fired the second shot, and then he said, "You shot me," and then you realized that it was your husband.
So she recognized him saying, "You shot me," but didn't recognize him yelling and entering the room. I don't know. We've lost her.
So we're just trying to make sense of all of this.
I
And listen, if y'all got into an argument or there was something that happened prior to you shooting, let us know. Tell me now so that we can.
Okay, buy
so that we can
music.
help you.
he came
Oh,
in
we're back
and
to a
slammed
Dark
the
Souls
door
bonfire
and
spot.
He was yelling at me. Okay, who? When you say who's who? Like, okay.
Okay,
he was
confession time.
yelling and throwing things and grabbed a hold of me and told me if I wasn't going to talk to him that I had to go sleep in the other room, and he was pulling me out of the bed and
How did we
I
get?
grabbed the gun from the side of the bed and I fired it at the ceiling.
Okay. Was that
To
kind of
get-
a warning shot or?
No, that was, I'm scared because he scares me sometimes, especially when he's been drinking. And I don't know whether
That's
he's been
good.
drinking or not.
That's always good.
And that was, they were both supposed to be warning shots. One was at the ceiling and one was at the wall on the other side. I wasn't trying to hit him.
Had she tried to just scare Luke off with the gunshots, or had she been actively trying to kill him?
I was just trying to hit the wall behind the TV so that it would scare him off or make him leave. He's my best friend. He's all I have up here. I can't do this without him. And I never meant to do that. Ever meant to do that.
In further talking with investigators, she would tell them that when Luke got aroused, he could become very aggressive, sometimes slapping her hard enough to leave marks. She said that she had gotten used to it over time, and on the night of the incident, he came into the room aggressive at a level she had rarely seen him at, except during rough play in the swimming pool or when they were engaged in or activities. She would explain his nudity that night was him stripping off his clothes dirtied from working on his motorcycle. She, too, had been naked, as they always slept that way, but she had thrown on a top and shorts quickly after calling 911 while keeping a towel pressed against his gunshot wound. Deputies on the scene would report finding a man's t-shirt dripping wet with sweat on the back porch of the home. After the arrest, the investigation into Luke's death continued. A neighbor that had reported hearing gunshots on the evening of the incident also shared a Facebook post that Cheryl had made just hours before the incident. It read, "I know I don't always say things the right way, do the right things, care, love, show affection the right way, but I'm only human. I make mistakes. I say things in a way that I probably wasn't meaning or didn't understand and don't know how to put it. Everything in life is a battle. Be strong and courageous. Never give up. Love like you know how. God will never put too much on you that you can't handle, especially in times you feel like giving up. I'm only human." Investigators knew that beyond the Facebook post, there would likely be a long electronic trail behind the couple that could explain more of what happened. Warrants were given to search the data on their cell phones and later a number of apps that she used, such as Snapchat and Kik, to communicate with Luke and other men. In addition, an anonymous letter with no return address came to the sheriff's office that said that at a gathering of friends earlier that month, Cheryl had accidentally dumped her purse out in front of everyone. Among the contents were a bottle of personal lubricant and assorted condoms. The letter read that as a married woman in her 50s, Cheryl felt it necessary to explain that she was in an open marriage and that she slept with a gun under her pillow each night. She said Luke had trained her well in how to use the gun. She would, on the day of the shooting, tell the author of the letter that Luke had told her he wanted a divorce. What would follow from the electronic information would paint an even seedier picture. Luke had been seeing other women as part of the open marriage, and Cheryl had been seeing other men. In the week leading up to the shooting, though, Cheryl had informed him that she had 2 meetings or play dates set up with 2 different men. Something about that had been too much for Luke, and he had gotten upset
very
about
intricate.
it. The pair argued through text, but apparently stopped talking to each other the day before the incident. Finally, at 3 p.m. on the day of the shooting, Luke texted her that he wanted to talk. While we know what happened after that, it was Luke's son that shed some light on what may have gotten Luke so upset. He wanted to set up a playdate with a woman, and Cheryl had told him that she wouldn't give him permission for this one woman in particular.
Why did his
Luke
son
had
know
told
about
his son
this?
that he didn't care what she said and he was going to see the woman anyway. In the end, Cheryl would face charges of malice murder, felony murder, and aggravated assault. She would be indicted on February 22, 2022, and come to trial on February 24, 2025, some 3 years later. After 2 days of deliberation, the jury could not come to a unanimous decision on the charges. A second trial would begin on August the 11th, 2025, wherein Cheryl Howell Coe would be found guilty on all 3 charges. She would be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Damn!
She never really showed any remorse for what she'd done to Luke. The fact that her story changed numerous times up until cross-examination, her story changed again.
No remorse. She seemed pretty distraught.
They called them play dates within a week, and then said she also wanted to be with him, and he said that turned his stomach.
Cheryl is currently serving her time at the McRae Women's Facility in Helena, Georgia. There's a lot to wonder about the relationship between Cheryl and Luke Coe. Were they on a road to ruin, or was it just a misstep along the way, perhaps a statement that couldn't be taken back, a permission denied or granted? Some have questioned if this was premeditated murder, even if only considered for a second, or was it a heat-of-the-moment crime of passion? Or could Cheryl's statement that it was an accident born to self-defense and sleep be true? What do you think? Let us know in the comments section below. We would like to express our sincere condolences to the friends and family of the victim.
It's always nice to include. Wow, what a weird one. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I mean, I'm a little shocked by the life in prison. I mean, I'm not like, I'm not baffled by it, but damn. I mean, that was another good one, dude. Like that one's also like a bit of a head scratcher because, like, honestly, I don't know. Her recollection or testimony at the time of the murder is very suspicious. I don't know. It's a bit strange to me. Because, like, once again, I can definitely recognize my spouse's voice without a doubt. I don't know. For 4 years? I don't know. Probably even while drunk, especially if I was drunk. I'll tell you that right now. You think I'm not gonna hear her then? That's not good. Yeah, I don't know, man. I find her side of it a little hard to believe. The fact that he was naked, the fact that there was like water all over the bed, water. I don't know if they just didn't want to clarify or not. Like sex toys in the bed, stuff like that. Like there's just a lot like going on in the room where it happened, where I'm like, it wasn't that dark. Clearly, the body cam shows that. So I'm not sure, like, if you just like with your eyes closed, grabbed the gun and aimed. The fact that there's 2 shots, and she claims the first shot is like up in the air, and then the next one hits his left side, is suspicious to me, personally. The fact that one goes up and the other goes through where his heart, near his heart, is not great. Not great. That's a pretty bad spot to accidentally hit. I don't think many people need to be told, like, don't get hit in your left chest. So I don't know. She's very off-putting. She's very off-putting. She also would just change the story on a dime. Like every time the second they like put a hole in the argument of like how she first said it, she just immediately changed. She just immediately flipped it. So I'm really not shocked by the outcome of the trial. The life in prison without parole is kind of wild to me. I could see them just like, you know, I don't know, man. I also just don't get like open relationships or anything like that. Like I don't understand the logic behind it or anything. So I don't know, like nobody knows like what actually happened or what the argument was. The idea of like none of that makes sense to me, man.
35 months yippee.
It's interesting because, like, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting case. That was an interesting one.